Here with us now is Congressman John Garamendi, Democrat from California and a member of the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman, thank you for joining us. I want to play for you what President Trump said today about dealing with Iran's military.
You came to the conclusion that you couldn't negotiate with the IRGC. Does that mean that you might wipe them out like you did ISIS?
Yeah, it does. We will see what's happening. We received a call just as I was coming here that they want to meet. They always want to meet.
What's your reaction to that and where we're at with this conflict right now?
Well, first of all, let's understand that the president is waging an unconstitutional war. Both the House and the Senate have made it very, very clear that the War Powers Act is in place, and we voted to stop this foolishness. The president is out of control. This makes absolutely no sense. The way he's talking, it's as though he's talking to a 5-year-old child. Well, this is not a 5-year-old child. This is a very serious military that he is attacking, and they are attacking back. Earlier today, I met with the ambassador from Bahrain. They are in trouble in Bahrain. They're being attacked by Iran. The president, whatever he wants to say, doesn't change the facts on the ground that as a result of what the president has done, Iran now controls 20% of the oil flow in the world, and that has not changed. He cannot bomb his way out of that. Iran will continue to control that. Gas prices, energy costs all around the world are going to go up as a result of this. He got us into a quagmire, and he's desperately trying to get it out. Let's talk
about that a little bit more.
But he's not found a way yet.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit more, because the Revolutionary Guard is threatening energy sites in response to the latest blockade being reinstated. They say, quote, the export of oil and gas from the region will be either for everyone or it's going to be for no one. Do they still have the capability to hit infrastructure in the Middle East? And if so, I mean, the domino effect, what would that be?
Well, we're seeing exactly what it means. It means that the 20% of the oil that the world needs is not flowing as a result of Trump and Netanyahu attacking Iran. The IRGC is not a small bunch of people. They are a very serious military operation, not only within the country, but around the area. We see that with their display of drones and rockets and others hitting not only our friends, but also our military bases. And by the way, have you heard anything about how our military bases have been hit? No, they're keeping that a secret, the Department of Defense. So bottom line on this is that this was serious at the outset. It's become more serious. They don't need rockets to control the Strait of Hormuz. They've got mines.
Yeah.
They're able to mine that, and that can be done very surreptitiously, and no ship is going to be able to pass as a result of it. Bottom line of this, the president's got himself into one very serious quagmire, and all of his yakking, all of his talking, all of his trying to treat, using words that you'd use with a 5-year-old child. This is not a 5-year-old child. This is a very serious military that he has attacked and is fighting back.
Congressman,
the result of that is
before I have to let you
cost
go,
of living in America going right through the roof.
Yes, 100%, and that's been the concern, right? We saw gas prices heading in the right direction during the ceasefire. They've obviously returned it's this direction. Before I have to let you go really quickly, I've only got 30 seconds here. I know your state deals with some of the highest gas prices in the country. Is there anything that can be done to help not only your constituents, but people around the country?
Well, this war is going to have to end. Hopefully it will end on reasonable terms for America and reasonable terms for the rest of the world. But we don't know. Right now, we have a president that is, I don't know, he's just basically huffing and puffing. We'll see. It's a very dangerous, very difficult situation.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of concern, both for service members that are in the Middle East, but for prices as well here at home as Americans are struggling with that affordability component. Congressman John Garamendi, really appreciate your time. And dangerous weather is putting millions of Americans at risk, from record-breaking heat to smoky skies, from raging wildfires, even catastrophic flooding. What you need to know next.
When you become a Hill Insider, Insider, you get exclusive access to members-only briefings on what's driving coverage. See what else you unlock when you become an insider. The brand